baby when you like what's that cannon?
Yeah.
It got the cannon sound in it. Damn, girl, you should have sent them some new shit to play.
Before we start off, I just want to say shout out to Kiss the Sky Exotics, man.
I was about to say, this episode of Weed and Whiskey is brought to you by good weed. And when I mean by good weed, I mean Kiss the Sky Exotics.
Nigga, everybody know I'm picky as fuck with my weed too, real shit, yo. I'm the type of nigga, I would literally smell your weed. If that shit don't smell right, I'm like, nah.
When they call this shit Rainbow Rush, it's because you sliding down with right after you get high. Right to the pot of gold, my nigga. Shout out to Kiss the Sky Exotics.
Shit, I'm about to roll up my guava cake that's produced by him tonight too, so appreciate you for that, my guy. Shout out to you, my nigga. And anybody who needs some good trees, just please hit us up. We get you that business card so we can get you that contact. We be a middleman.
And this nigga got some fire ass merch.
Yeah, so hold that right there. Hold that right there. Let's see if Young Spaid gives it the nose check. Let's see.
Nose check.
Got the nice check. Okay. Let's see how it smokes. You want to give it the nose check? Yeah, you give it the nose check. Let's go. Okay. Pass the nose check so far. We'll go over cake. Pass the nose check.
I would try to pass the nose check with this bunch, but I didn't smoke most of it, so it ain't no smell left. Sorry, guys.
I'm holding up on my own like a club's lip. It spit off of me and thought that I would started in the gear. But now I'm trying to sit in the truck. I don't want to hear it.
That's it? You fuck with the Rainbow Rush? Okay. Ain't no better way to sponsor something than to have our co-host sample it with us as well too, man. It ain't home unless we welcome them properly with the weed and whiskey style. So please and thank you. This is how we can moderate our friendship with passing the split. This is how we know it's real when we pass the split, and you know they give it a good like, yeah, this is right here. You know it's solidified. It's solidified. That's how we do it up here in Weed and Whiskey, man. Shout out to Kiss the Sky Exotics one more time. Please follow them on Instagram at Kiss the Sky Exotics. I'm sure you know how to spell that. Please don't let me spell it out because I'll feel stupid.
We not about to.
All my niggas we coastin', high grade we smoking, on the highway we rollin', crack a bottle we toastin'.
Jack Daniels.
Oh, shot of Jack.
The reason we say Jack Daniels, even though they don't, this is why I say fuck Jack Daniels, even though we ain't even getting paid for this. The reason I say fuck them is because Jack Daniels stole that recipe from the person he enslaved. Damn. And they actually put their own whiskey out now. It's called Uncaneris.
Where's the Armada? I didn't know
nigga,
the backstory about the...
You don't even know where we going with this, man. You don't even know, man. This is...
They have your own shit.
Man, you don't even know, man. Okay, I'm a whiskey fanatic, bro. I'm a whiskey fanatic, my nigga. There's no way I can't have at least my own whiskey, dog. Mm-hmm. I'm a whiskey fanatic, man. I love whiskey. I want to be able to bring my own taste and flavor out to the world. Real shit.
Oh yeah, that's what we about to do too.
I'm with it.
Layover meal. We're about to have a whole meal at the restaurant. We're gonna drop the location.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it.
All right, man. Let's do a little quick introduction because we've been doing a little, yeah.
We've been. I feel like we've been doing shit.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. Sometimes our pre-show lasts a whole hour.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Is this broadcasting live?
Nah. You good? We won't do the live. Soon we will, though. We're gonna start having people pay us to see us live. Y'all hear that, guys? Live is coming again soon. Mm-hmm. It's just brewing. It's brewing. We're just trying to work on some legal shit, some technical shit, some business shit. But you know what I'm saying? Big things are blood clot. Guan. And with that motherfucking said, welcome to Weed and Whiskey Podcast with your two favorite people
in the fucking world. And your granny favorite people.
Honestly, I'm your favorite person in this galaxy. I'm bigger than the world now. What are you talking about? I'm that fucking good. I'm bigger than the world. I don't know nobody else. World can't hold me, my nigga. I hold the world on my shoulders. I am a part of the galaxy, the universe, my nigga. The world is a part of me. So I'm bigger than the world. I'm letting you know that from now.
Universe, Craig.
letting you know that
It's
now.
bigger than the world, Craig.
Bigger than the world, Craig. Top flight motherfucking secure the world, Craig. Because that
Alright.
shit is part of me, my nigga. Letting that go,
I'm
man.
gonna
That's
let you
for my
express
spiritual
that.
people, for all my people who like to manifest their good things. Manifest yourself some good penis and some good pussy in your life. That's the best things we're gonna manifest. So if you listen to Weed and Whiskey right now, you haven't had some good sex in your life, I'm manifesting that for you. I'm manifesting that for you. Specifically for you, because you listen to Weed and Whiskey podcast. So I want to thank you with some good sex. That's the best way to get thanked. All right. So with that being said, we have Young Spaid in the building. This guy right here finally came off his hiatus of finally fucking working, because he finally convinced us he actually been working, but this whole time apparently he's just been figuring shit out. But no, he finally figured it out. Now he's here in Weed and Whiskey Studios telling us about the shit that he has coming out, because he has some major shit dropping. If you seen, what was it, the Layover 2 trailer? Got the Layover 2 trailer dropping out. It's on YouTube right now. If you've seen that right now, you know an album is dropping. Most likely, if you heard this right now, it's already out, including the album. So please go stream that Layover 2, and please subscribe to his YouTube and watch and wait for the video that's gonna drop, because that motherfucking shit is gonna be cinematic as shit. That's one thing you don't want to fucking miss.
Nice shit in store for y'all.
My nigga's asking for an Uber with a Honda right behind him, my nigga. Come on, man. My niggas put
fixing the engine in the car with a what? What was it?
It was a butter knife,
Steak
a steak knife, and a screwdriver. Yeah.
What?
I want him do that day.
That's some real yard shit right there.
This shit was funny as hell. It was relatable. And this is a great way to come back from already convincing people that you were working. Because the way you come back, it just means that when you tell people you wasn't working, they look at you like, nigga, what do you mean? But you have this right now. And I love that, yo. I love that. That's natural talent, yo. Natural talent just showcase itself even when you ain't even trying to showcase it. It just, what's the word? Radiates. Even when you ain't even trying to make it do much.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it. And none of that was scripted either. Every scene you seen on there was a freestyle. Bro.
Really? Even who my guy was just jumping up and down, mad as hell the Uber was late.
It was so long. So much shit. We just had to give him like an extra 30 seconds. Like, fuck it. You know
just do whatever. Just do what you're doing.
None of that was scripted. Man.
Oh, man. I feel like I did go with a little intro real quick, man. But I gotta say one thing. You know, when I first seen your name, especially spelled the way you spell it with the $sign, I always called you Young Paid with the silent S.
I never heard that before, but it's definitely, I can see how you could have done it. No
Young
bullshit.
Paid with the silent S.
No bullshit. I see how you could have done it. Man.
I just had to say that real quick, yeah, because I thought that was hilarious. Because every time I see it with the $sign, I just pronounce it Young Paid with a silent S.
I had to stop using the $sign. I had to stop using the $sign.
Nigga, the $sign and the S can make it hard for people to find you, yo. That small difference can make a big impact.
Yo, I got a question. So was Young Spaid your first rap name?
Nah.
Because nigga, you started rapping at 6. You started rapping at 6. What were you thinking about at 6?
What was your very first rap name?
It was either Von or Killer. This is before Cam even had Killer too. It was either Killer or Von.
Because when you was 6, you was like what? And that's the 2001, early 2000, right?
Man, you doing good math right now, yeah. Hell yeah.
So yeah, that was around that time when gangster rap was really starting to pick up. Is that
like
that was the influence on that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you was a gangster at 6?
Not exactly, probably mentally, man.
He was ready.
Yeah,
you had to be ready.
What were you willing to do at 6 as a gangster?
It's a lot of stupid shit. It's a lot of stupid shit that I did. I ain't gonna go into all of the dumb shit. But you feel me? You know. You can hear it in my music, you know. The shit just don't come from nothing.
Niggas stealing 10-cent candy from the corner store.
I was selling candy. I was definitely selling candy.
You was one of them niggas selling candy?
Yeah, hell yeah. What?
They used to make a killing off of that shit.
Trust me. I had some of these niggas, some of these females, baby fathers selling candy for me.
A word?
We ain't even gonna talk about it.
We ain't even getting that right there.
I had niggas selling packs. No bullshit. I had dollar packs in the sandwich bags.
What was the go-to candies though? What was the go-to candies you know that was selling?
Had lollipops, chocolate.
The blow pops?
We had fruit snacks maybe. Airhead, shit like that. And we doing some gum too for like the extra 5th piece in the bag. Something else for $1.
Hungry as hell.
Yeah. Talking about mad candy.
Candy got you
what I
hungry?
used to kick up though? CMT times.
Yes.
Oh,
Damn, niggas don't remember
yeah,
CMTs.
Listen,
CMTs was CMTs.
If you're not
was-
from Connecticut, CMT stand for
Listen.
Connecticut Mastery Test.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all remember SFA?
Yo, we just had this conversation the other day.
I ain't even hear SFA in a long time.
We just
though.
talked about this a couple
Did we?
episodes ago. This is
We
how you know
did,
we
we
get
did.
lit, my
I
nigga.
be
We
lit,
talked
yeah.
about this not too long
They
ago,
got comic
niggas.
books and shit.
Yes, CMT and SFA, my nigga. Those were the days. What was your
Success
lowest
for
score that
all,
you got on the CMT, my nigga? What's your lowest score that you got
I
on
don't
one?
even remember nothing.
I remember
I
all
don't
my
remember none
shits.
of my schools.
All my
I
shits
don't
was 4s and 5s. I've never got a 3 or
As long as I
less.
passed, that's
I passed.
Yeah,
I
don't
passed.
care
Shout out
about
to
the
one of my
score.
favorite teachers, Miss Murray, because you always made sure I passed
It
all
didn't
my
even matter if I
CMTs,
passed then or not. I'm still here. Fuck it.
Just
Fuck
for-
them.
for-
Fuck them CMTs.
For the record, I was never one of the kids that couldn't read. That was
I
never.
definitely couldn't read, nigga.
My nigga said he never stuttered out loud when he
Never,
actually got
never.
called to read out
I
loud.
was
Yeah,
the
no, I was
kid that
perfect at that shit.
picked up. Like when you stutter, like the teacher would look at me and like I start reading.
Like, hey, you want to take over?
Like I'll be
You
like,
was one of them kids that take over, like.
I'm
You're like, alright.
take
Nigga.
over, guy.
Asshole.
I was one of them kids. I got kicked out of class because I answered all the questions without raising my hand. I was that type of kid.
I was the one that kept asking questions, so we couldn't do no work. Type shit. No bullshit. Like just fuck it. They gonna keep answering.
I was with the jokes,
asking
bro. I ain't gonna
questions.
lie to you. I was
Wait,
with
which
the
weed is
jokes.
this? This shit is busting
That's
right
something
now.
else. That's
Who
the
gave me this?
banana Me.
This shit right here.
That's banana cakes, I think.
Yo, this and the Douce.
Oh yeah, the suspensions was definitely a must.
Oh,
Not even a
yo,
must.
I got the ISS.
I went to Inside on
ISS,
purpose.
detentions.
I used to live in.
Yeah, I went to Inside
Yeah,
on
that was
purpose.
I feel like I was the only person getting the ISS like in elementary school.
I'm gonna say the story, right? But I ain't gonna say no names. My ISS teacher, anybody who went to my school would know this, my nigga. My ISS teacher, you know what his biggest pet peeves was? It ain't me who's saying this, right? I'm just telling the story from somebody else. One of his biggest pet peeves was when gay people use the rainbow as their symbol. That shit pissed him off, yo. This nigga talking about the rainbow's a symbol of God. How dare they take that for that? Yo, that shit, yo, just listen to him.
What was his race, you said?
Huh?
What was his race?
Black. He was a black devoted Christian all the way, my nigga.
I mean, that's what. I don't. You don't expect nothing else from the older generation, though.
Yeah, he was an older guy. He definitely was an older guy. But just listening to him talk, my nigga. Sometimes when I listen to people who stuck in their ways talk, it amuses me.
Yeah.
It amuses me because the shit
Yeah.
that they're willing to say is fucking. It's applaudable. It's applaudable because it's just like, nigga, how did you even think about that shit? That means you
Yeah,
literally
like,
sit
what's
at
going on
home.
with you?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
literally sit at home and you process this shit. And you think about, all right, when I have this conversation and when somebody let me tell this is exactly how I'm going to say it when
But
I
they
get
don't
the
even
chance to
think
say
about
it.
how we gonna perceive you.
They don't
like-
care. They don't give a fuck. If you
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
shame was a person, look for an older generation, my nigga. They don't have no shame in their life, my nigga. They lived it all.
And they trying to get some game though. I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? They got experience.
This is why I don't knock them to real, my nigga, because they've been to a lot of shit already, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
I always consider, what did you go through to make you think the way you think? I've always wondered that, you know? Because nobody just wake up and just think the way they think most of the times, you know?
Yo, but to be honest with you, some people don't go through anything. Some people literally live their life and don't go through shit, and that be more detrimental than a motherfucker that go through something.
Facts. Because they don't know how to sympathize and show empathy to anybody.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know better.
If you don't go through anything, you don't know anything.
And then when that happens to you, like you gonna be so confused and you
Yeah.
ain't gonna know what to do.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
How do I handle that?
Word. So that's life though. You live and you learn. You feel me?
Nah, some people don't learn. That's the bad part about that shit, my nigga. Some people don't fucking learn.
Nah, eventually you do.
Alright, so
We all got that date.
with that being said, I have a quick question. It's not even one on them right now. What does trust mean to you? When you hear the word trust, what does that mean to you? Trust and loyalty. Those are the key words that I want to ask you to define today. What does trust and loyalty mean to you, Young Spaid?
Shit, a strong commitment. That a lot of people don't know how to follow. You can't expect everybody to follow it because everybody don't got the same installment as you. But it's just something. You feel me? It's something sacred. You only have it with a few people. You feel me? If you do have it, try to keep it. You know what I'm saying? but it does go away. It's something that's temporary.
So you don't feel like trust is, you don't feel like permanent? Trust is not permanent?
It's not permanent.
So you feel like so pretty much what you're saying, do you trust anybody 100% at any time?
Say that again.
Do you trust any one person 100% at any time?
Yeah, of course.
So you have people where you give your full trust to.
Yeah.
So those people, do you still feel like it's temporary with those people as well?
No, I'm not going to feel like it's temporary, but I know it can be temporary.
Okay, so generally speaking, it's temporary, but you're going to always have those standard deviations where you have those few people where they make the exception.
Yeah, you can't depend on it.
Do you lead in with trust, or does that have to be earned?
Shit. Nowadays, it got to be earned. No bullshit.
So it changed. Yeah. Over time, you changed. So you was willing to give your trust at first until you was deceived.
Yeah, hell yeah, a bunch of times.
But
I'm trying not to teach you, like, that's trial and error. Like we was talking about, it's life. You feel me? You learn that shit. But I don't take away I don't just meet new people and not trust them, like just based off of my old situations. I'm gonna let you earn it based off of how we moving. You feel me? I'm gonna put the same things on the table as I put on with everybody else, but I'm not dependent on it like how I did before. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to know how to move.
Do you let things other people say about somebody before you even meet them determine how you approach them?
Never, ever.
Regardless of who it come from, or there's exceptions,
regardless of who it come from, because it could be somebody as close as me to him. He probably don't like the nigga from whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? Nah, I can't even say him, because if it's him...
No, I get where you're going, though. I get where you're going. No, I get where you're going, though.
But if somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga said, nah, I can't...
that's out. Like,
that's out. No, that's what I'm saying. The few exceptions. The circle's the exception.
Other than that, it's like I can't really hold what somebody else saying about you up against somebody, especially if you show me more than the person that told me something about you.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Then it's like, why are you telling me about it, and why are you not going to him about it and saying these things
and
too?
have
like,
that conversation with them.
Facts. I don't like niggas that go back and forth about niggas and whatnot. And even if I do it, it's not for no
it's to look out for somebody that's close to me.
Bashing or nothing like that. I'm more so trying to figure something out or trying to help somebody. Some niggas there do that shit, which is all ill intent. And I'm not.
I don't even think about it at all that they're doing it, because it's just their nature.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
See, but
it's fuck.
I'm one of them people who believe, like, regardless of how your encounterment was with somebody, everybody sparks different magic with each other.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. What somebody else say, and how you meet that person, you can't really you can't knock that. No bullshit. You could tell me a nigga got bad cars, and then when I see him, he got all Range Rovers and foreigns out there. Okay, all this is not lemons.
Because you fuck with that nigga, don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah, because you had one bad experience don't mean that's the experience for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not around for that.
But if he's known to sell a lot of lemons.
Yeah, nah, but fuck that. Niggas that try to sell you on their own fears and their own
that's facts though.
Like that.
That's true.
You could have different luck. You could have different shit going for you.
You could, but I mean, I don't know.
Everybody don't know what's right.
I don't want lemonade.
No, but I like that because it shows your different thinking, and it shows both how you both approach a situation like that. Because to me, it's a contrast of how the world is, not just on how you two is, but how the world is. Because not everybody's the same. And not everybody's going to approach a situation the same. Not to say one way is right or wrong at times as well, too. Sometimes it just differs. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I always like to ask these questions, just like, I always like to see, where do we stand with having faith and trust in humanity naturally? Do we still have faith in humanity? Do we go out there and do we expect ill intentions naturally, or do we naturally expect somebody to be kind off the rip of just who they are, or just off just the fact that you're a human, you know? That's where I like to make that assessment at, because everybody look at the world different. People look at you and expect you to do have ill intentions for you automatically. So they have their guard up regardless. And then there's people that move more freely.
That should go back to everything that we was talking about. It's trial and error. Life. That's something you gotta learn. No bullshit. Like, even if you have a kid, you gotta somewhere down the line, your kid gonna have to learn that.
Do you have a kid?
No.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, I do. But
Have you ever played stepdad?
no. I don't plan on it either.
You never played it, and you never
I
don't want
plan
to.
on it, no. That's not my
Stepdad
role.
fun, bro.
I wouldn't be a good stepdad. I'll be letting.
Why
your
do you
kid-
say that?
I felt like
I'll
you was
be
about to
letting-
say you're not about to be a good role model.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be letting. I would be letting your kid do everything. Eating all the fruit snacks. Like, stay up. Whatever you want. Play GTA with me.
Damn, I asked you, man. I don't give a
Because
fuck.
it ain't your kid.
Because it ain't your
It
kid,
ain't my
damn.
kid.
That's exactly it. Why do you don't have to sit here and worry about the repercussions of it all the
Well,
time?
yeah. Stepdad?
I'm
Nah, not no more.
Stepdad.
Not no more. He
I
is currently.
I am a stepfather. I'm married.
He's a father and a
That's right.
stepfather.
Yeah,
He's just a
father,
dad.
bro.
He's just a dad.
I'm a dad. Just a dad.
That lighter don't work. That black one at all?
This one done?
Nah, somebody need a lighter.
I had one,
Yeah,
but
outside.
that shit was about to blow up.
I
I ain't really fucking with it.
Let me see that one. That shit don't work at all.
This one,
Nah. Wait, what you trying to do?
Shit.
Oh, she needed a lighter? I have one in my car.
I'm about to check that one. Armrest. They gotta be a lighter in the car somewhere.
It's a crackhead like that.
It's
That
better
shit's
than no lighter.
The one I
Yeah, it's definitely one in there, bro. I lost one in there.
So the question is, have anybody almost burned off an eyebrow turning up the crackhead lighter too much?
I think I did my eye.
that shit is a prank,
I think
nigga.
I did my eyelash by accident one time, bro. Or somebody did that shit to me.
That's
It
just
might have been your
dangerous,
eyes.
yo.
No
Niggas
bullshit.
take the cap off and just crank that bitch up. You don't know how high that
And
bitch
put
gonna
that shit
go.
right back on like
Yeah.
it's nothing.
And then the worst
Mhm.
part is when it gets so high, the flame still leaves over on the little tip, so you have the little
Yeah.
flame left over. That should be
Niggas used to make them
dangerous.
shits blow up.
Nigga, I'd be scared it's gonna blow up in my hand. I'd be nervous. It's like a cherry bomb just ready to be ignited.
I watched the lighter blow up one time.
I watched it blow up a few times.
I threw that shit on the couch. I turned around. Matter of fact, I didn't even see it. I turned around. Look, a big ass hole in the couch. I was like, what the fuck? It was a crackhead lighter too.
Always those.
Yeah. And there was the one, it ain't have a metal piece on it. Niggas then took it off, like niggas was down there doing whatever with it. Whatever. It was one of those. As soon as I threw it, that shit blew up. Fuck.
Alright, so quick segue. I'm gonna get into a quick question real quick. So I want to talk about the fact that you're finally, like I said, coming off your hiatus and you're coming out strong. The trailer means that you're coming strong. And what does the album date mean to you?
Shit, man. That's my birthday.
Okay.
And it's Easter. You know what I'm saying? It mean a lot. And somehow we managed to fucking really have a layover in America happen. That fucked up everything. Tino stuck on a layover. No bullshit. It's
Wait,
people.
For
You
real?
ain't been hearing about that shit? Like, it's mad people still stuck in Miami, still stuck
They
in
do this
different places.
every year. They did this
Wow.
last year to us.
Bruh.
They
I don't
flew
know
Spirit?
how I linked this shit up, but
It don't matter who you
I'm
fool.
gonna bail down this nigga.
What's going on with Florida, yo?
I don't know.
Nah, it ain't that. It's just they don't. Bro, right? So I'm not gonna get into that story. It is what
I
it
want
is.
you to get into it. Get into it.
Nah. You know, it was just
drink a little bit because
we was down in Florida for spring break, and when we was
that's
coming
because you
back,
flew Spirit. That's why you got laid over.
not. But see, that's where you fucked up at.
So you
On
telling
our
me you
way
didn't?
back.
So you telling me
On
you
our
didn't
way
fly
All these
Spirit?
bad comments about Spirit.
Hey, yo, listen.
Have you
I
ever
flew
flown Spirit?
Nah, what's wrong with Spirit?
There's a reason
You
why
get
you
there,
haven't
nigga.
decided to fly Spirit.
You get there. I got there before, nigga. I don't
So
know.
you okay with an airline that just gets you there?
Oh, God.
I'm there, nigga. I ain't
Nah,
gonna
Wildin',
lie.
I don't want that shit to feel like a school bus.
Because all it is a big yellow school bus in the air
Shit, nigga, tell
where
me.
you gotta pay for water and pay for peanuts.
You gotta make me feel comfortable. I done had bad experiences on the plane.
Honestly, I'm one of
The
them.
worst experience you have on a plane is that shit crashing.
Honestly, I'm one of them
Nah,
people.
Bro, I done had some
That's
bad
the.
experiences on the plane.
As long as that shit land, I'm good. You know, fuck. I do not care.
Your expectations is very low.
It's not. Listen, it's not very low. I'm just all about me getting up in the air and getting down. I'm the type of nigga
You
that
been
would-
like that? Like,
Huh?
you been like that? Even on your first flight, you felt like
Yeah,
that?
I give a fuck.
You
I
like
flew
roller
on-
coasters?
Yeah.
See, you different.
I
That's
know.
why your stomach handle different shit.
Nah, but the thing about it is, I'm terrified of heights and all that.
Nah,
shit.
bro. My first flight was right after 9/11. And I was probably like 6 or 7.
Mine too. I went to Jamaica. That's the first time I went to Jamaica.
As soon as we
It's
about to
funny,
pull
that's the
off,
first time I came up here.
I made them stop the whole flight, everything. They ain't stop it, but I tried to make them stop it. Cause you know why though? I saw somebody with the shit that looked like they was one of them people. I swear to God, yo, up in front of us or whatever. That Soul Plane had just came out. That shit was wild. I was out. Next time, shit was crazy.
It's funny. I wasn't scared to fly until I came up here and heard about 9/11. I came up here after 9/11. Like when I came up here in 2002.
That shit made you feel
You
different.
from Jamaica?
Yeah. So when I came up here, I was like, the only thing that made me nervous to fly was just leaving like my family behind and shit
Where
like
you
that.
was living at in Jamaica?
St. Elizabeth, country boy.
Okay. Heard you.
I ain't gonna lie, this guava cake
Let me see it later.
was exceptional. Here, hit that real quick, man. And then hold on.
Pass that shit.
Yeah. Ooh, that shit was nice right there.
What piece is that?
So how you
That's
felt?
mine.
That's
the
what-
guava
No,
cake.
this is.
How you felt? Like, you know, like what was your whole mindset on like coming to America? Like, how'd you feel about it? Like, you wanted to come to America. What made you want to come to America?
I was convinced.
Hold on. What did you think it was gonna be like, and what was it
like?
actually like?
Okay.
To
All right.
you?
I think I never asked you that question. What did you think it was gonna be like?
So
Yeah.
that's actually a really good
What
question.
what you thought it was gonna
I think
be
about
like
shit like
versus
Yeah.
what it really was.
I actually think
And
about
I've
shit
asked
like
you a lot
that.
of questions about that shit. I've never asked you that one. That's a good one.
Nah, because like I be asking my uncles and shit that like what y'all was thinking
Yeah, like,
when
what the
y'all
fuck
came
made
from
y'all come
Jamaica
over
in
here,
the
like-
'60s and shit like
Yeah, I
that.
came
You
in
feel me?
That's my
2002.
grandmother's shit.
When I was told about it, I didn't want to come
You
because
didn't want to go?
because to me, I was really close with my mom. My mom was like everything to me. My mom and my sister, like everything to me. So like I grew up with them. So it's like when they told me I had to come up here, they weren't coming with me. So I didn't want to leave them behind. I was content with what I had at that time, but I was 9, and eventually my mom convinced me that I wanted to come up here. So now I was like, all right.
Yeah, your mom's convinced you to do anything.
Yo, facts, my nigga.
Was.
And honestly, nigga, now that I think back about it, I just realized even just how much pain was in her just to convince me to want to come up here.
Yeah.
It had to be hard for her, but she did it so well that I was convinced. So when she told me, I was happy. I was telling people, yeah, I'm about to go to foreign, I'm about to be having a different life. So I was excited because
It was like
so it's like I'm gonna have more. In my head, I'm having more than 2 TV channels.
I'm God's son.
Like everything is like money's gonna be a surplus everywhere. Everything's gonna be easy to get and all these type of things. That's what I was here thinking. So that shit is real nice.
Yeah. When I hit it the first time, I had to look at it too. I'm like, damn,
This shit, alright.
It can't go on. And so like when I came up here, so even before getting that, like I always have this memory. I can always remember my mom waving goodbye to me. I can always picture that up to this day.
Well,
As the plane takes off, I can still visualize that up to this day. That's one of my memories that I take from her, because before I went down to it took me 13 years to go back to my mom when I came up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to hold on to that memory for a long time. So it's like embedded in my brain now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came up here now, it was nothing that I thought it was, but no, it wasn't. In retrospect, but honestly, nigga, when I can literally still remember the smell of the air as I was rolled down the window and the car pulled up in the driveway. I still remember how I felt sometimes. Like I felt like I was in this strange place that I knew nothing about, but it looked more compact. Everything, there's houses so close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was new for me. I never seen houses so close to each other.
Yeah, you grew up in the country.
Yeah, so I never seen that, my nigga. And most of them looked alike as well too. And I was like, that's weird. How am I gonna be able to tell my house apart sometimes? So I had those type of notions. I never knew of addresses because we never had address where we came from. We never really needed an address. You just knew where to go. Or you taking taxi to go there. So it was a new transitional thing for me.
No addresses.
There was no addresses, and I struggled with being away from my mom. And I actually never told a lot of people this, but I'm gonna be open because it's my podcast, and you actually asked a good question. But I actually almost committed suicide my first couple of years up here. I actually was. Those was the only and closest I came to committing suicide.
Well, at least you here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never did it, but that was the closest I came to it because I just felt like I was in a place that never accepted me because I got bullied when I first came up here as well too. So I hated being up here because I was getting bullied. I felt like nobody understood me. I felt like I was out of place. I felt like the confidence I had grew up in Jamaica never translated up here as well. So every time I tried to show that same confidence, it got shot right back down from somebody who never understood me. So, and it was always the older generation.
The culture was different too.
Yeah, they never understood me. They bullied me physically and like verbally as well too. So I always got bullied growing up. So, and then even my family was always telling me like, I can't speak the way I speak when I go to school. I can't write the way I write. So I was broken out of a lot of my ways quick. So I kind of forgot my Jamaican side for a lot of years of me being up here. I just started being in tune with it after I started going back to Jamaica after being up here for 13 years.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you start beating niggas up though, right?
Nah, honestly, my nigga, I'm one of them people because my family, I was very influential by my family. When my family told me something, I always listened. So they always
like,
told
you
me
ain't
that.
never like see one like all right.
The one time I did it is when the cops actually got involved at my school.
But was it like one of the ones that was bullying you? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
It was. After a while, I started standing up for myself, and I actually started putting my hands, and eventually it escalated outside of the school, class, and I've gotten in a fight with somebody, and one of my teachers seen it, and they called the cops.
And you ain't never have a problem damn near after that, right?
No, never since. Ever since. And once I finally stood up for myself, it was easy from them because everybody started having respect for me now. They realized, all right, I can't keep the one that pick on. Trial and error. That's facts, though.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely facts. Right? So you never experienced something like that. Were you the person that bullied somebody, or were you the person that got bullied?
How can I put it? Somebody tried to tell me I wasn't a bully. That shit kind of fucked me up. I'm like, kind of was, but all right.
So you saw yourself as a bully.
But see, nah. See, you grew up in a different age. Were you a bully? Like, were you a true bully from back then? Because bullies back then were different.
Like, because you gotta look at it. I
were
was
you
tall.
just a nigga?
I was short as shit.
Me too.
You ask like the cousins that I was always with, or certain people I was around in school like that. Like, I was more of the bossy type. Like, I was probably the leader in my section. I wasn't in a popular section, but whoever I was with, I was probably the leader, or probably, you get what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
it was never none of that.
Everybody would look to you.
Yeah, almost like no bullshit. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, but the bullying side, I wouldn't say the bullying. Like, I was probably more on the rough edges and shit though. Like, really pushing people to do shit though.
You was the antagonizer.
Yeah, at first, yeah.
You like the pull strings.
Yeah.
You put the Don and Vaughn.
Bullshit.
So we coming from the same era. So is it safe to assume like you guys are having like these gang fights back in like middle schools and shit like that, where we separated ourselves?
I was already involved with that shit. Like, when I was in middle school, when I had to take the bus to get back home, was where my ops was at. That was like they block, and where my bus stop was at. Niggas had to do that shit every day for 2 years in that school.
Damn.
Middle school.
Damn.
And
it's funny because like in my school we used to do that shit just for fun, my nigga.
How did that go?
It was weird. It was rough. A few times I remember writing.
He lied. He knows a story. You know a story there.
He know because like he didn't even know. Me and him, we probably wasn't. He knew of me at that time, but he knew what was going on. Like, I remember writing fuck the ops or their names or whatever on the bus schedule thing or whatever. I remember walking into him a bunch of times, then a bus coming at the right fucking time, and we getting out of there because they'd be deep as fuck. It never really got bad though, no bullshit. Thank God to the bus being on time. Because who I was beefing with was for real. Who I was beefing with was niggas that was like 4 years, 3 years older than me. No bullshit.
Facts, you always beef with the older kids.
It was very different. Like, I definitely knew about Spaid when you was probably like in middle school or something. Like, Spaid was like really like. It was like that.
Yeah, so it's nothing else to say.
If you could think of one word to describe middle school Spaid right now, what's the first word that comes to your mind? One word.
Who's on
You asking him?
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Oh, me?
Yeah, one word
middle
to describe
school
middle school
Spaid?
Spaid.
Ooh.
519. It's like,
I'd probably say, I don't know.
It's a lot of words to describe who he was.
Don't think about you meeting me.
Yeah, just think about how you felt. Like, what word would you use to describe him?
I'd probably say golden child.
He was a golden child?
Word.
Why would you say that?
I don't know, because, like, he just had crazy bars. Like, if you listen to Spaid, like, rap at 13, like, you wouldn't think, like, that, like, you would think that somebody else was writing his rhymes for him. Like, you wouldn't think that a 13-year-old
grown man bars
could be able to do this and, like, do it, like, so coherently, like, with different cadences. And
so he was
really
ahead of his
writing
time.
everything. Like, you got to really get in the stew with this nigga, like, Homer, like do some R&B shit, singing on the hug, do a bridge, all types of crazy shit. And it's like he's coming up with it all, and he'll be made the beat too. Like,
so you make
he been making
you
beats.
make your own beats.
Make beats, engineer.
He been making beats.
Are you like Kanye, where you make beats just so you can rap on them?
Nah.
Or do you make beats so other people can rap on them?
No, I do that shit.
You just
for
make
fun.
beats.
No bullshit. Even when I used them for mine, it was just for fun, just trying them out. Because we ain't had no more beats. Fucking, let me go see what I got. Type shit. Like, I always used that for just like a hobby. No bullshit. And I started out with the real equipment, like the Alias, beat machines, the fucking keyboards and all of that shit. I ain't really start out on a computer. Shout out to 2-4. He put me on to the Fruity Loops and shit like that.
Shout out to 2-4. That nigga gotta be on here soon too. So we gotta set that date up ASAP. Speaking of beats, Nitty, so since you've been basically been into music since you were 6, can you recall some of like the earliest instrumentals you freestyled over? Because I remember you saying mentioned that.
Yeah, I already know.
Okay. That was easy.
Winkster. Yo, real shit.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? That rap right there?
I don't remember the rap, but what I do remember, my mom don't even remember. But all right, how my start was, I was writing verses about my teachers and shit like that.
You was dissing the teachers,
killing them and shit like that. No bullshit, and I would get in trouble. So like, my mom and them would come home and whatnot, and it was one day like I went into the room and I showed them a rap that I wrote on a paper, and they saw the cuss words and whatnot. She was like, "Nah, you can't do this. Let me show you how to do it." She wrote, I think, 50 lyrics to the song and just switched the rhyme words. I don't know what made her do this shit. And she don't even remember doing this shit, my nigga. This is 6 years old. She reversed the shit. Now, I'm reading it to the instrumental. They went up top in New York to go get the instrumental CDs. This is back when the mixtapes was popping. Before we even seen who 50 Cent was. You just heard his music.
Yeah, this was
So, I'm rapping to this shit, and after a while, it just started clicking. Like, I know how to rap now. Like, she gave me the whole formula almost. And then I had Guns and Nero. They was doing their thing, but they gave me the light to it. It was like, all right, I could do it. And you had Bow Wow and shit like that. I'm like, man, I could really do it. And then she just gave me this verse. It was like, fuck it. I got the formula now. He doing it. Let me just see if I could keep doing it. By the time I was 9, like 3 years later, that was the first time he put me on the track. I was probably talking on the end. I heard my verse. I heard my voice. That's what did it. After that, it was a rap. I kept making them get me instrumentals and shit like that.
So you actually liked your voiceover on recording. You liked hearing your voice.
Yeah, that shit fucking me.
a lot of people hate that shit.
Yeah,
a lot of people hate it. I don't mind.
That's why it takes me a while to edit our videos and our recordings, because I hate hearing myself out loud.
Yeah. I ain't like when it got deeper though. That shit fucked me up.
What you mean?
It's getting back to how it is.
What you mean deeper?
Cause it start changing.
You go through puberty.
Yeah, like your voice.
Oh, your voice. Okay, he's turning to hit that Usher. You know, when Usher hit puberty, he's struggling with his voice.
My voice was real raspy and shit like that. I was cutting through.
I feel like Usher got better. Like I feel like that my way.
Wasn't Jay-Z that took him under his wing? I think it was like Jay-Z that took him under his wing, and that's
Jay-Z.
Did he?
No, did he? Wow.
Say, nigga, hell.
Jermaine Dupri, if
anybody. Say JD. Yeah, you met JD.
Anybody.
It was Diddy. Wow.
Diddy and JD.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to myself, and I feel embarrassed for that.
Wow. Said Jay-Z.
Wow. I don't even know why I even say that.
It's acceptable for you to say something like that because, like you're really Jamaican, so Like
I thought you was about to say JD.
it's just different. Like,
That's more common.
Yeah, that's
Bullshit.
it's
that's
different.
yeah.
Like so, like it's
Common
acceptable.
slip-up.
Like for like you
Yeah,
to,
then
like,
it took him
maybe,
under
like,
his
you
wing,
feel
and that's
me?
when he started coming out with USHERYA. What was it?
Usher Raymond,
RAY.
I don't know.
Yeah, Usher Raymond. When he's talking about I could put my hands in places I've never seen before.
I didn't know what he was talking about, but I knew.
Nigga, the first Usher
R&B
song I
is
ever
different.
heard was
This is
7
something
o'clock,
different.
my nigga. It was
Yeah.
7
nice
o'clock.
and slow.
That video, he
that was
got
the first
kidnapped and
one.
Shit. Like,
Your videos was different back in the day.
Yeah,
nigga.
videos is definitely different. All right, so I want to lead into something as well too. So since you started music early as well, you was doing talent shows early as well too. Because there's a time when the New Britain talent shows was just fucking lit. And if you weren't
That
in
was
the
the
New
thing to
Britain
do.
talent shows right now, you weren't really a creative at that time. And Future X, Future Allah, Yankum, or however you know him,
Shout out to
yeah,
Future.
he's always been one of them people who has been
On the
dominating
scene.
on those platforms. So how was it like even being on the stage with Future at that time, even with Future even being big in
Bruh.
music at that
I mean,
time
it
as he
was
was?
crazy. That shit, everybody was there that was in our circle at the time. So it was something different. Like, you know how hard it is to get everybody in your circle in one place.
Because this is when the
Especially
stage
to New
is
Britain back in the day.
Time,
Yes.
yeah, real shit. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to be there. I was with my girlfriend at the time at my house or whatever. Her mom just came and got her. I wasn't gonna go, and my uncle pulled up with his cousin. And like, yo, you not going to the talent show? I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. We drive up there. As soon as I walk in, Future and them on stage or whatever, they tell me that somebody ended up telling me to come backstage. As soon as I go backstage, Future goes on. I'm like, oh shit. Song comes on. They tell me to come out. I come out. I didn't even know none of that shit was about to happen, dog. No bullshit. Like,
So
when I see that
spur of the
video,
moment type of thing.
yeah, everything. Like, I swear to God, there was no pauses in it to know that I was about to perform.
So how did you feel at that time? How did that make you feel as an artist at that time? Did it bring your confidence out a little bit more?
Yeah, I always had the confidence more because I knew I had them backing me. Because, I don't know, it was something different. Like, when you younger and you got, like, a whole bunch of niggas backing you anyway, like,
Yeah.
and you going through whatever you going through with your music shit from whatever sides or whatever, it just give you that extra battery in your back. Like, it's something different. So it wasn't nothing for me to come up there and do that. It was just something good.
It felt natural.
Hell yeah, rest in peace, LP. Everybody was there, man. Even niggas that wasn't rapping, they was there. Trap was probably there too. Trap Beats.
The Trap Beats. Shout out to
He
Trap
from
Beats,
the same
man.
circle too.
Trap Beats, man. It's funny because it's like a lot of people, a lot of artists, because like me and Quell, like even before we started doing this, we've always been surrounded by people who do music.
Exactly.
So you hear the same producers and you hear the same artists, their names going around. So you kind of know who's tapped in Connecticut in a sense. So
Yeah.
who's your go-to CT producers other than yourself?
Top 2-4.
2-4?
Ty Nitty.
Okay. Got Henry Sinkay.
Okay, where he from?
He's coming straight out of Hartford.
All right.
We got
coming straight out of
straight out of
Hartford.
Hartford.
It's crazy.
Yeah, this is some good weed.
We got,
this the banana. This the banana.
Nah, this right here.
Yo,
Truffle Razzle.
It's some good weed tonight, yo.
We got
Oh my
some different
god.
shit that we smoking. Next one we gonna go
Hot
to
as fuck.
Case. I call him Case. the
Actually,
Cooker.
I met him. Where did I meet him? I think I met him with a place that I get a check from.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hard.
Yeah, I met him
I got
there.
some
Actually,
shit
follow him
coming
on
up.
Instagram. Yeah.
Got some shit coming up with him and Henry Sinkay on the next project.
Okay.
Of course, Shump. I like Shump. You gotta put him up there.
Yeah, Shump is good. I like Shump, especially from Musicology. Shout out to Musicology. You
Yeah.
passed me this? Or
Yeah,
you?
he said musicology. Now it's a bunch of niggas I just thought about.
Yeah, Musicology
But
is
nah,
a
I
dope.
gotta
Yeah.
go with. Nah, I gotta go with
Consideration.
who been working. Dub Divine.
I heard that name too.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
I heard that name
what he
too.
do. Yeah.
No, I like his
Pause.
work as well too.
Yeah, come on.
This nigga-
Bullshit, you got me looking at you crazy. Come on, man. Stop that shit, man. We talking about beats and producing and music shit right now. We're not on that time right now.
I'm
bro.
sorry, I'm high, and that shit is just like.
This nigga analyzing everything word by word.
Hell yeah.
You been catching that shit
Yeah,
all
that's
night.
it.
He probably wanted to say pause more times.
Now, like
He's
people,
Little Rock. He's like, I'm not gonna get him this time.
if somebody that know me see this, they gonna be like,
There's water in here, son.
Yeah, there you go, nigga. You good. There you go. Yeah, facts, my nigga. It's funny. Have we talked about the time we did the shroom bars?
Yeah, I think so. I think we talked about it.
So we did shroom bars before.
Yeah, I don't got no saltine
Yeah,
crackers.
the boo.
They said saltine crackers.
No Ritz.
Nigga need Ritz.
Jar of peanut butter.
Ritz goes back. What?
It's funny because I probably do have crackers and peanut butter now.
I don't get this nigga no crackers.
Yeah, after we done recording. Where was I going? What was I saying? I feel like I said something before that, but I literally don't
Somebody with
remember.
shroom bars.
Oh yeah, so
That
niggas did shroom bars in here, right? So I did the minimum that allows you to, was it microdose? That's the right word, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so what allows you to microdose.
Mm-hmm.
So, nigga, when I hit that shit, nigga, I've never felt that drunk in my life.
You said a shroom bar?
Shroom bar.
What is
Mushrooms. But in chocolate form, chocolate bar.
Yeah, I ain't never fucking with shit like that.
Nigga.
No edibles, no psychedelics.
But now the mushrooms are
none of
natural,
that
though.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I was about to say.
I don't give a fuck.
the reason I was open to do that at time is because I was at a place in my time. I was at a place in my life where I was looking for mental clarity, and I felt like all the means that I was going through to try to get mental clarity wasn't giving me clarity. So I was willing to try new methods at that time. So I was open to it.
Mind-altering drugs.
Yeah. So I literally, that's exactly why I tried it. That's exactly why I tried it.
That shit was, hey, yo,
You
it was
heard
a
about the
different
toll?
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that
Family
shit.
Guy predicted that shit.
Yeah.
Told is crazy.
Nah, you know what I do though to get my mind right? I go try to work out. I go ball. I go talk shit at LA Fitness.
LA
Shit like
Fitness,
that.
that's your place to go to play ball? All them white people to be there?
Outside, any court, anywhere.
So you still hold the same ground playing ball, man. You ain't getting too old.
Nah,
The weed
nah.
ain't slowing you down.
Nah, I figure it out.
You figure it
I
out.
There be older dudes out there with us. I be like, man, I can't give up.
Niggas be
Yeah.
40 years old out there playing ball.
Still doing their thing.
Spade got moves.
I believe you. We're gonna have to take it to the court one day after my wrist healed though, because this nigga Lurch been trying to get me back on the court. But I'm nervous,
You gotta
yeah.
get the cameras out there, man.
Nah,
Get somebody shooting it.
I haven't talked about this in a while, so I'm gonna talk about it. Maybe I get some sympathy from my listeners. Yeah, I broke my wrist, yo.
I said a verse.
Yeah, I broke my wrist. I've been trying to re-heal from my wrist.
Yeah, shooting wrist.
My dominant hand.
If it grew back, your shit should be stronger.
It's only been 6 months.
It should be stronger.
Nah, nigga, I still
It
can't.
feel weird, but
Bro,
it
I
should
can't
be
even. I
stronger.
can't even grip my laptop for probably a minute.
But I'm saying once it come back all the way.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what they all say. But when I get there, I'll tell you if it's true. In my case, but until then, nigga, that shit ain't looking like that right now.
No, yeah, Tony Time was talking like he wanted the ball too.
Yo.
Tony
Davis.
Time.
Yeah,
Shout out to
see y'all
Tony.
niggas on the court.
Yo, it's funny because we used to
ASAP.
play ball with Tony back in the days, my nigga. Yeah, we gotta play ball this summer, my nigga. We gotta find out where to play
Word.
ball, my nigga. That ass, yo. I'm back. By summertime, my wrist should be a good point because I
Late
think.
night snacks, Future X.
Yeah, Future been trying to get me to play ball for the longest. Him and Lurch been trying to get me to play. Snacks play ball too. Shout out to Snacks too. I fuck with Snacks. Snacks got some of the fucking
He play
best.
ball, but I don't like playing. I don't like playing.
Why he play like jail ball?
Nah, not even. He just he talk. Like, he funny. But nah, he got a
He gonna
shot.
piss you
though.
off.
He
He
got
gonna
a
piss
shot.
you
off.
That's
He
the
got a
thing. He got a jumper. He can't guard it. Like that shit weird as hell, yo.
And his size make it easier for him to get that space to
And
shoot
he
too.
pop shit all day. My boy, shout out to Snacks
And he got hooks.
for days.
Yeah, shout out to Snacks, yo.
King of
Because
the hooks.
to me, he got some of the best ad libs. Some of the best ad libs.
Oh, hell yeah, he's definitely. I would say he's number one.
Yes.
In CT.
In
history.
CT, best
CT
ad libs in
history
CT
for
history
ad-libs.
for ad libs by far, my nigga.
I'd say hooks too.
No, his hooks is amazing.
Top number
His hooks
one.
is amazing.
No bullshit. I don't really know anybody else that's known for just flat out hooks.
Cause when he drop a
Wow.
song, my nigga, when he drop a
Wow.
song, that shit hit.
I think everybody has at least like if you're like been rapping, like I feel like everybody has like a hook with Snacks. Like if you don't have a Snacks
Yeah.
hook, I don't know if I could like trust you.
It's not
Yeah,
real.
At
It's
one
not
point,
real.
you had to go to Snacks for a hook.
Really?
No bullshit. Like
Snacks had it like that.
At one point in niggas' career, you probably had to go to Snacks for a hook. No bullshit.
You couldn't figure it out. You had to go to this thing.
Snacks is the hook.
He come with the formula. No bullshit. He know exactly how to finish the record for you and how to come with the vibe. Some niggas, you know how you could get on the record with somebody and they just do the record. They don't know how to necessarily come with the same.
I need some more alcohol, bro.
What you need.
What's the name of the joint?
How's that do?
Strictly for my doubters.
Rap Hustle.
Rap Hustle?
Rap Hustle featuring Snacks. So if you out there listening to this right now, go to Apple Music.
Nah, you know what's crazy? We can't even type it in as that. It's called. I fucked it up.
It's funny because I think I was actually just
I
listening
fucked
to
it up.
It is called Rap Hustle.
It's Rap Hustle, but the rap is spelled wrong. It's like R-A-O. Yeah, like R-A-O. Hustle or some shit like that. It got fucked up.
What?
Technical difficulties.
What? That was a typo?
What kind of drugs were you on with that?
I was smoking doing it, you know, real individual.
You can't change that shit?
I could. But I would have to
Never got around to it.
I would have to go back and do it.
I just didn't do
Simple
it.
fix.
I've been doing other shit.
It might be done by the time this is out. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
You just brought that shit back up. You like, damn, I should have been.
Yeah, no bullshit. As soon as you said it say it, right? All right.
How do you pronounce that, Rayo?
Raw Hustle.
It's
great
it's
song.
fancy.
Great song. Damn it.
Yeah, nah, go stream that song. Raw Hustle.
Alright, so before I run out of questions, I'm gonna go back to a throwback, and before I have to start freestyling all my questions, what was your experience with making your song with, let me say this right, Tribe from Team Arliss?
Oh, shit. That was a good experience.
Because this was one of like your first big
like
breakthrough of time, right?
Big features. Like, and I didn't really know who he was until I realized who he was probably weeks later. Like, we've been listening to this dude for months, and then I'm like, damn, he be with D-Block and all of these dudes. I'm like, oh shit, it's different. But the day that it was going on, it was just a lot of niggas in the studio. Shout out to M. Dot. He kept recording me for a lot of years, but for a lot of time. But a lot of dudes in there. I just knew like my shit had to be on point. Like, so that shit came out raw though. I wish I still had the song. Somebody got.
What was the name of the song? Do you remember that?
I don't know.
How'd you get the feature?
Yeah.
Real shit. I was just sitting there writing while everybody was writing. And
Where were you?
I think Guns asked to hear my verse real quick or some shit like that. And him being extra all the time, the nigga, he getting on it. Da-da-da-da. I even heard they was mad that I was on it.
For real?
The niggas that they did, yeah, I even
How
heard
old
he
was
was
you?
mad. I was
Like 10, right?
It had to be like 9, 10, yeah. Like
Yeah.
10. Yeah. Where you getting these shits from, man? What the fuck? It's different right here. This man on his narwhal shit.
You know what the fuck he doing?
Oh, man. Damn. But yeah, man, that shit was extra. It did a lot for me too. Like a lot of the kids in my class, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They wasn't listening to that type of music. But I knew.
You knew what you had.
I was like, fuck it, I'm doing this. Fuck this schoolwork or whatever. I was just sharpening my shit for years.
He was dedicated.
Hell yeah. Gave me a reason. Bullshit, among other things. But yeah.
Sometimes you need certain things like that to get you motivated and get you going, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking
and
of,
you know it's possible.
Speaking of like things to get you motivated, man. What was it like crashing the Beamer? How did you feel, my nigga?
That shit was rough. I felt dumb as hell. I was cussing niggas out.
Niggas was recording?
I was wilding.
How did that make you feel? Yeah, like, you felt embarrassed a little bit?
Yeah, and they put the phones away.
What happened? Wait, I don't know this story. What happened? What happened?
Nah, I did a third shift. I did a third shift on a Thursday night. I got out on Friday morning and I tried to do everything that I missed that week.
He's doing
Tried
too
to
much.
Do my laundry.
He's doing too
Tried to
much.
do, like, the laundry
I did third shift and I know how it is.
And bro, the laundry went bad. The water fucked up. So I ended up taking the wet clothes to the laundromat. So I'm in the laundromat. Got the clothes done. Trying to get I went to go Target, got some more shit. Fucking
My nigga
got
got
some
tired.
weed, all of that shit. Gonna go get a haircut. The nigga said 30 more minutes. I'm on my way. I'm like, I'm gonna go stop at my boy house. You live on Cornwall. Then I'm coming down Cornwall. I'm like, fuck. I'm dozing off a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah, third shift
Sleep would get you,
And
yo.
I'm thinking like, turn the music down. Maybe that'll keep me out.
Psych. You turn the music up and let the
Nigga.
window down.
That don't work
That-
either.
Stick your head out the window.
That don't
Look,
work
Yeah,
either.
you better do
No,
something.
look. I'm thinking like,
That
I ain't
fresh
smoked
air.
yet. I'm not drunk. I don't gotta do that.
Nah,
Bruh.
man.
You need that fresh.
tired
When I tell you, yo.
Tired is the worst.
Yo,
nigga.
listen, when I fell asleep for the second time of dozing off, this shit felt so comfortable. I felt like I was in my bed. Dog, and I felt like, I get up. First thing I see, big ass fucking pole. No, I see garbage cans. I'm like, oh shit. I hear more rattling, bro. I couldn't even swerve because I'm on grass now. Like on the shit before the sidewalk. I'm
So
on
you still
that
going.
and the curb.
You're still going at this
Yeah,
point.
bro. I can't stop because it's sliding. The grass feel like it's wet. My nigga hit the pole.
Yo.
Big time.
Yo.
Split the whole middle of the hood. I cracked the pole. German plate done. That shit was bad, dog. Airbag popped out. I slid out fast. Got the fuck up out of there.
At least you here now.
I feel like that shit was about to blow up. I got the fuck up out of there.
Had a Grand Theft Auto moment. Gotta get the car real quick just in case. Damn, yo. Niggas was recording after that shit.
Nah, I know
Somebody
third
was
shift. Third shift is
Listen.
dangerous, bro. Third shift is dangerous.
And I just got it fixed. Because, like, for the first few months that I had that shit, it was in the shop. No bullshit.
Nigga, that's the worst.
So when I first got the shit back, it's like I'm on my month and another week of having it.
I told you. New
And I'm like,
Beamers on
what the fuck?
computers.
Yeah, you told me. No bullshit. You definitely told me.
Get you an old Beamer.
$230 $230 just for the checkup.
E38, E30.
Yeah, man.
But honestly, nigga,
Fuck it, you can get it again. You know what I'm saying?
Beamers honestly be having some sturdy materials, my nigga.
Nah, they got too much fucking
The
material.
old
You try to
Beamers,
fix them up.
The new Beamers,
Computer shit.
the
all
computers.
The movies is
sounders.
different, yo. Everything's a fucking
All the
sensor nowadays.
mechanisms.
Man. Everything, it's cool. Is the maintenance on them bitches high, nigga? How you feel?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The guy, when you pull up at the gas station and you see you with a Beamer though,
There ain't really no difference for real.
nah, it's different.
That's different.
That's
There's
what I got you
really
different.
no difference for
Nah,
real.
it's different, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. When I had my charger, nigga, and I was pulling up with the charger, nigga, you know what your white girls were complimenting me, my nigga? I ain't gonna lie,
Oh,
nigga.
no, I was
Treat
just
you
talking about like
completely
Yo, I
I'm
never.
talking about
You know what I mean
maintenance
by when I
wise.
say
Yeah, nigga, the looks I was getting, my nigga, like, they was just trying to have a reason to have a conversation. Oh, nice car.
Mm.
Ooh,
You know,
I like
see
your
that
car.
shit, bro.
Nigga, it's different for them.
But I had to tell myself, even me having that right now is too hot anyway.
But
You know what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
because when you
it's too
black, my
much. I think that
nigga.
shit was a sign. I think that shit was a whole blessing, bro. Because I'm like, I don't, why the fuck, I don't
Bitches
fall
want to
asleep
fuck me
and shit
too.
like
Yeah.
that. Like, why the fuck would that happen out of nowhere? Like,
So
I don't think I
basically,
needed to have that.
basically, the car was trying to give it. The universe is trying to get you to get rid of the car, and you fixed it, and you thought you fixed the problem, but the universe said, "Nah,
See, and I
nigga."
didn't even look at it like that. Yeah. No
The universe
bullshit.
said, "Nah, nigga, I got something." So I told you to get rid of that shit, but you trying to
Word.
keep persistent.
Yeah.
I got you,
Mhm.
cause you didn't listen the first time. I'm gonna put you in a situation where you gonna hear me,
Mhm.
and that's what happened. I'm one of them. That's how I look at shit. Like, that's how I look at shit. Well, that's how I rationalize shit so I can move on from shit. I felt like it was meant to happen for a higher purpose. It was always because it's because I didn't listen the first time I was supposed to listen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you always have to, the next time you hear is going to be a louder message. That's how I look at shit. It just helps me move on from bad situations because, shit, we all go through bad shit. You always have to find something to pick yourself up and move on. I'm not going to let these bad events literally put me down. Like, you know, I'm going to be sad for like a couple minutes, you know?
Yeah. Nah, I felt stupid as hell in the hospital. Man.
So like, we injured?
Nigga, what? After sitting there yelling at people, I started limping for a minute. Fuck.
It's tough, man.
Like,
Yeah, what you injured?
Now I got a limp. Let me sit down, act like I'm not. Then somebody start coming to talk to me. He's like, yo, you got anything on you? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. I had weed in the car, everything. Yeah, this nigga the weed. All that shit. Bruh.
That nigga took your shit in.
Straight scavenger mode. You got
Right.
anything on you?
Nigga,
Nah, he
you
did
heard?
the right shit.
no, it's facts because when honestly,
He was
when
like, nah, bro, they gonna come check you, make sure you wasn't drunk or high,
Yeah,
all that
just in
shit.
case.
Da, 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 da.
They ain't do that to me because I had a witness.
Calm down.
I had a witness that proved that I wasn't at fault.
Yeah,
so
he was like that. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna say you did
Yeah.
this, bro. I'm not even gonna say you went to sleep. All of that bullshit, but I was
Nigga.
sleep. God damn it.
I waited for my girl at the
Oh,
time
she
to come
was
before I even let the ambulance pull off with me, and I gave her my weed.
Okay.
That ass. Because first of all, I knew the first thing when I came out the hospital, I knew the first thing I'm gonna want to do is smoke.
Yeah.
I couldn't roll, but I knew I was gonna want to smoke.
Yeah, fuck that.
I figured that out when I get home. I just know as long as I had the weed to smoke, that's good. Because it's funny, I actually got into my accident after getting my weed, so it was very upsetting. After doing like a 12-hour day.
Couldn't even roll up.
Nigga, couldn't even roll up. After having a 12-hour day, my nigga, happy as fuck to finally get my weed. Niggas finally getting home. Some dumbass wanna fucking take the turn a little bit too early. Boom, boom, boom. And there I am in the hospital being treated like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I got into another accident probably like 3 months after that. It wasn't even my fault. Somebody hit me though. But yeah, man, we still here.
We still here, my
That's
nigga.
what life is. Life is a bunch of accidents and makeup.
Trial and error.
Or some shit like that.
I'm still waiting on my check
That's
to
a
come.
good mixtape name. or something.
Trial and
I've
error.
been saying that shit like all interview.
It might as well be trial and error.
Or
There you go. I actually like that for a mixtape. Yeah, that's true.
clothing line name or something.
Yeah, that'd be a dope brand right there. Trial and error.
So,
His life is all
so
about
I
trial
got
and
a
error.
question, right?
There we go.
I got a question. So you from Hartford, right?
Yeah.
So
Born and raised.
Mhm.
we had this who did we have this conversation with?
Probably for
Is it what's it figure? I don't know. What is worse? Getting the Cartiers taken or a chain?
Probably for trap phone.
Was it trap phone?
When he's talking about he got to get the whole Navy to
I
get
don't
his
know. I
chain
think it's
back.
getting robbed, period. In general. Like, because once you take a loss, it's a loss.
It's a loss.
Hell yeah.
So it
I
don't matter
think-
what it is.
Yeah, it's a loss. You could lose a fight. That's a loss. You could lose, like, it don't matter. You don't got to lose something.
Anything that's put on them,
Hell yeah.
anything that's put on in that type of life.
Anything in that manner, it's all the same thing. It could be something simple.
Matter of fact, wait, I got a question.
Which one you think worse?
I don't know, man.
I don't think.
First of all, if I spend money on them,
I don't got none of that
it's
shit.
both
First
of them just as bad to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Regardless,
If you spend
yeah,
money on
regardless, it don't matter.
It's
Yeah.
yours.
It's mine. I work hard for that shit. Why
Yeah.
you gonna steal my shit? Fuck. Work hard. Shit. I know it ain't easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done, but shit. That don't mean it was easy for me either.
Hell no.
No, it's a loss. Because it can be simple as you buying a bag of chips and somebody stealing them. Like in third grade.
Yo, that hurt the
I
most
had-
when you really
No,
want
look,
them though.
In
yo.
third grade, I brought chips to school. I left them in my desk. I left.
This nigga still remember this.
Nah. I know her name.
And you
Bullshit.
remember the person
Now,
that did this
listen,
shit too.
It was the 3D ones that was in the can.
Oh, them shit was
Doritos.
fire.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, those shit was
The
fire.
football looking joint.
Wow.
I left them in my desk. I switched periods. You know how you
90s
switch home
baby
rooms and
snacks.
other people come and sit in your desk and shit like that.
Yeah.
I come back on my shit. I see like orange fingerprints on my desk. I'm like,
Shit,
Nah.
all this shit.
I open my shit. Look, yo, everything was all scattered out. There's little Doritos everywhere. Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that's hard.
I end up seeing the girl. She on my bus.
Fingertips still
Fingertips
on.
still
got the
orange.
best.
Mad as hell. There's nothing I could do about it. It was a female. I had to take the loss. Oh, boy,
You ain't say nothing?
What am I say? You took my Doritos. Like
You never got right on other kids' snacks before though? Never like you never just like
nah, that's some bum shit. I always felt like that
boot
was some
ganging
bum
nigga
shit.
snacks.
Nah, I always felt like that.
I was always too scared. I ain't touch nobody's food, bro. I ain't never
even
touched
the
nobody's
cell
food.
phones and shit like that. I never stole people's cell phones and shit.
I
I
never
was
felt
the
the
one that
need
sold
to.
candy.
Yeah, I never felt the need to.
Fuck all that.
To be honest with you, even though I didn't have everything, I felt like I had everything as a child.
Yeah,
Like-
like even with stains, like we did that shit for fun. Like,
Yeah, that was-
we all didn't need it.
Yeah.
we wasn't.
I had a good
selling
family
weed.
growing up, my
We
nigga. like-
wasn't doing nothing. We was just doing that shit for
Just
fun.
because
like,
we
we
could
bored
do it.
bitches
Yeah.
and
Bored.
they sell weed now. We about to get these niggas. Boom, got him. No bullshit.
I
Like
don't know anything about.
I don't know.
My nigga said I played the fifth.
I know nothing about none of that shit right there.
I'm talking about music. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about punching in. and Shit like
So what's
Love a bar.
your goals for this music? Like I asked Fuego Bass. Actually, wait. I actually have a question before I ask you that. I'm gonna ask you that after I ask you this. We asked two different artists this question. We have two different answers. So I'm gonna ask you. How do you feel about a 360 deal?
No sweat. No thing.
You ain't taking a 360 deal?
Mm-mm.
So you going all independent?
Yeah, unless we looking for a publishing deal. That's what we looking at. If we ain't getting none of those, we don't even want to talk.
So explain the difference.
More leverage. And with the publishing deal, all right, I'm gonna say it like this. We got more to bring to the table. Well, if I say like, put it like this. If I'm going to a label, I'm bringing artists. I'm bringing me as a producer. I'm bringing me as a ghostwriter. I'm bringing, you feel me? Like I'm bringing me as an engineer. It's different credits that come down the line once.
Facts.
It's under
It's a
me.
package.
Yeah,
Facts.
once it's under me, it's different shit that
You're getting paid for different things.
So once that's in the talks on a deal, then we got the catalog of mines and whoever I'm talking about. We need something else. You feel me? It's not going to be just a 360 one and done. Hell no, I'm not going for that.
So
360 deals are slave deals. They get a percent of everything. Your
facts.
merchandise,
You don't really
your
own
touring,
shit.
your
And if you don't
album
make the
sales.
amount that they say you're supposed to
We've
make
had
off, you
somebody
can't really
justify by saying you ain't had that money before.
It's an opportunity it's an opportunity.
But I mean, if you want to like down the line, like
I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. Because some people out here do got them 360 deals, and it's working good for them. But me and what I'm trying to do, nah, I'm not trying to leave out.
It's not your, not your
You gotta
goal.
notice though, down the line, all the artists are always mad because they say they didn't get paid from their music and they're not making no money from their music now. When
Yeah, because they didn't know. Now they know. Child error. Telling you, now niggas,
I think,
now you hear niggas getting
but
their
that,
masters
but
and shit
that,
like that.
but
it's
that
too
is,
late at that
it's
point.
an error though. It's
Some
an error
people
change
still
because
getting
like
their masters.
a lot of people
all their hits gone.
was in between. Like now, like the streams now is different. It's like back in the day, niggas ain't have streams. It was more, even if you did have downloads, it was, I guess it was so minimal that it didn't really count. Niggas was more doing hard copies and shit like that. So when it started carrying over,
it started to change.
Yeah, I was one of them niggas selling CDs, stopping cars in the red light.
Are you still selling CDs?
No,
Do you still see?
niggas don't got CDs.
Do you think there's the value in selling CDs?
Niggas
Yeah,
still got
depending
CDs
on what you do.
now.
Yeah, depending on how you do.
I mean, yeah, niggas still got CDs, but niggas ain't got CDs.
Everybody know them niggas that like.
But don't give it up.
My nigga, what's this? A CD? It's a CD, my
And that's what I'm
nigga?
saying. I wouldn't just.
Where I'ma play this
you gotta
shit
put
at?
that shit like a package deal or something. You feel me? Because it's gonna be like a one-on-one. Like you gotta start treating them like how people used to treat the vinyls back in the day. It's like, why the fuck you?
All right,
these?
so
I
speaking of-
collect them. Like,
Yeah,
So
that
speaking
type
of
of
that, Rozzy.
yeah.
So when he dropped his debut tape, Uno Kingpin, how do you feel about his approach? He took the Nipsey way, where he made his album a package, and he sold his album for $50, and you got a shirt.
I forgot he did
and
that.
a
That was
hat.
smart.
How do
I
you
forgot
feel?
he
Yeah,
did that.
a lot of honestly, I think a lot of people might say whatever they want to say, but I think that was smart. Because at the end of the day, my big question is, how much is your art worth to you?
And you know something?
You got to monitor.
And then, Nipsey used to call that? He called it his proud to pay.
Yeah.
So if you a fan of his, you proud to pay. So if he modeled
Facts.
after that, listen, like this is real shit. If you fuck with me, you paying this money for what I give you.
Big fan of Nipsey.
Facts.
Yo, you came
Facts.
with us to the like the first show Nipsey did.
And
out.
Danbury?
I didn't even
You
like
ain't come?
Nipsey at first.
You went to Danbury.
Huh?
You went to Danbury.
6 Figures Open.
Yeah.
Future and Mac.
I was at that show too. I was talking about that when Future
I
came
got my
on.
ticket from Mac.
Bro,
Shout
I got
out
my
6
shit
Figures,
laminated
man.
at home, bro.
Shout out
That
Mac,
shit-
man.
So speaking of
Big
Nipsey,
Got my ticket from Mac.
there was a video that I seen from him that resonated with me very, very well.
Oh, Nipsey?
Mm-hmm. He said he never called any of his projects an album, specifically because when it comes to having that conversation with a company, a record company,
Mm-hmm.
they can't boost your first sales off anything because you never had an album.
Mm-hmm.
They could only project it based off music that's similar to what you make.
For the
So you have more.
too,
So you have more leverage on how much they pay you.
I think if you drop like if you drop something that's like titled the album, like you won't be able to like be nominated for like best new artist or something. Like
Exactly,
Yeah.
shit like that. It's
like
accolades type of shit.
Grammys and shit.
It's like when niggas in high
Yeah.
school and instead of graduating their senior year, they do a year of JUCO.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so they can have that leverage to get into that
Yeah.
position where they need to be.
Extra year. That's what man. Nipsey was ahead of his time. He talked about this and this shit is music.
Yo, honestly, I'm a fan of
I'm just
Nipsey and
now
how he
learning.
market, my
I'll
nigga.
be listening.
Nah,
now.
but I've been learning for a minute,
That's
bro.
that's how he had to do it though, because his situation
Mhm.
over at Sony went sour, so he basically had to go and basically
Figure that
you
shit
know
out.
prove that he
Yeah.
was a viable artist, you know, to be able to get the type of deal that he wanted,
Yeah,
and you know,
because he ain't want nobody.
he stayed true
fucking
to
over
it,
it.
and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
it came to fruition.
All right, so I'm gonna ask another question as well too, because I had a conversation with another artist from here, off air and everything, and they've had a position or have conversation with like these A&Rs and these companies, and one of their main problems with why they didn't move forward with him was that his Instagram numbers and social media numbers didn't reflect where they required it to be. So would you feel like your numbers are at a place where you can have that conversation that you can prove that you have that leverage to get paid what you need to get paid when a company approach you?
No, I think the music will speak more for it. Cause I think with my numbers, a lot of my shit go up and down because of the popularity and just me not being social. No bullshit. I come from the era where everything was groundwork. Like what I said, like I was really stopping cars and shit like that with my CD. Like a lot. That's how a lot of people even met me or heard my music. You feel me? So this new wave, I'm just now tapping into it, just like somebody coming home. Like, and I'm not even that social. No bullshit. Like even me wearing Cardis and shit like that. I'm just now getting into that. So it's like, I think more so once you hear me and you could know what you could do with you. If you smart and you a smart businessman, you'll know what to do. Like I don't think the numbers should even matter. A lot of people know the numbers don't matter. Some people inflate the numbers like a motherfucker.
I don't think that's
and
a
you
good
will never be
A&R.
even knowing it.
That's not a good A&R if they just like specifically looking for like social media or somebody like that. That's not even somebody that's gonna be
Even the
good for you.
SoundCloud page, like everything, like I can understand it. Like they want to see, like, all right, if we put this money in, does he have the, you know what I'm saying? I understand that totally, but some people really don't give a fuck about that. No bullshit. Some people know what they want to be put out. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody feel like that.
That's kind of true because I just followed a page that said when they first started, you have to just start reaching out to places. And
Yeah,
shit
it's
like
all
that,
just
because
networking.
they don't really care about how many followers you got. It's
And
just
bro,
kinda
I'll tell you
what
right
they
now,
want to put out there.
I'll say that, like, since 6, all right, but I ain't take this shit serious since I started taking it serious in like 2013, probably strictly for my daughters. Started really trying to run, but still not really taking it serious. You get what I'm saying? Like, not doing what I'm supposed to do. Going back and forth through managers and shit like that. Right now, financially and everything, I'm stable enough to keep everything flowing like how I want to. And I've been sitting on shit to make sure shit get what it needs rather than just dumping out music or whatever. So, right now, I ain't even worried about the numbers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come when it need to come. I've been at that point at square one, and then it went up for whatever reasons, and then it's back to this now. Like I done seen it before. Like
he streams well. He streams well on Apple Music.
So are you hood famous?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even try to care about that type of shit, bro.
Man,
did
he's
you go over the
definitely-
rules? One of the rules is no homeless.
Yeah.
No,
Nah, that's just naturally me.
I hear that, but
like
you don't
know what I mean?
naturally do weed and whiskey. So naturally you have to be unhumble.
I get what you're saying, but no, that's not even me being humble.
If
Like
you rap, it's like if you rap and you from out here, it's like like an 85% chance you know who Spaid is. You feel me? Like if you've been
No
like
bullshit,
rapping
but,
or
like,
paying attention to like local rap within like the past
Yeah, like,
10
niggas know.
All right,
They
so
know who I am.
let me ask you this
years, you feel
question.
me?
Let me ask you this
I
question.
knew who Spaid was before I even met him. Like I met Spaid like years after. You feel me?
All right, so
Like-
as somebody who is close to him, where would you rate Spaid as one of the artists in terms of eliteness coming from Connecticut?
Out here,
Yeah.
Spaid one of the top dudes. As far as like making music, lyrics, and like just the overall package, you feel me? And then, what's the word? I want to call it coherent.
Cohesive?
Not cohesive. You've been
Consistent?
consistent. That's the word with the C. I'm sorry, it's the weed. I'll be
It was a C word.
word. But yeah, consistency, you feel me? And then like especially like when you could go back and listen to some shit from like 4 years ago that sounds professional, you feel me? That sounds like some shit that like, yo, damn, yo, this sound like this could have been some shit that was playing on the radio at this time. Like
It has
and
the
this-
longevity to
and it's
it.
like the
Right,
quality of it, you feel me? Like
Yeah, I
niggas
think like what I bring
been
to
having
it,
quality.
I don't think nobody doing it like
It's not a lot of people. It's only a
bringing
few
the
people.
content I'm bringing.
It's only a
in
few
so
people.
many different avenues for a consistent
It's only
amount
a
of
few people.
time, and since
You feel lighter?
yeah, for a consistent amount of
But
time.
with the internet, it's like a lot of new people popping
Yeah.
up. But like I'm talking about like people that have been like consistent like over the years and shit. Like Spaid's like one of the top dudes. Like you can only like think of but like so many people that are like actually good that could like really rap. You feel me? With like a catalog.
Okay. I just wanted to hear that from somebody who's in the circle but still from the outside as well too. You know, because it's like
Yeah, cause I don't got my head up my ass, bro. Like, I don't even listen to my own music. You feel me? That's what keep me going. Like
You
feel
don't
me?
listen to music at all?
who do you listen to?
I listen to everything. You feel me?
Nah,
I
who from
listen to
all right, so
fucking-
who from Connecticut do you listen to? Who from CT's in your playlist when you're driving?
I
you're
got
doing shit
Fuego.
around the
I got
house?
Fuego in there.
Okay,
I got some Shirley in there.
okay, 203.
I got Sax in there.
All right, shout out to Sax.
This
Sporty.
is not my top. This is
I know.
just who's in my.
I'm talking about. I'm not. I didn't even
now.
say top. I just said who's
Yeah,
in your
who's
list.
My playlist. Definitely got some No Perk in there.
Okay.
I'm not saying that because he's here.
Crazy.
Oh, and I got Snacks. Everything that Snacks.
Yeah, honestly, I love
great.
Snacks as an
I
artist.
got all of their music.
I love
Bobby,
Snacks as an artist.
Bobby Bad News. I got his shit in there. I got Zay Buck shit in there too. That shit coming through in my shuffle.
Okay.
SK the Rider. I listen to a lot of.
You're dropping names that I haven't heard, so that's why I like to ask these questions because I like anybody who's been in a car ride and been in my car and drives. They literally know once I fuck with an artist, local or not, you're in my playlist. Like we're driving, my nigga, huh?
Oh, Cool
Keep
Q.
going,
too.
Yeah,
keep going.
cool, yeah, and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like everybody know my nigga. Once I fuck with you as an artist, your music goes in my playlist, which means you're among the people I listen to, my Kendricks, my J. Cole's, my Joey's. Like you're amongst all of those. Like to
And
me,
when people drop shit, I listen. Shout out to Richie P too.
yeah, Richie P.
Great
Oh,
project.
Richie P.
Oh,
Yo, yeah, Richie P's another like that's what I be tapped in, my nigga. Like, and there's a lot of people who I think there's a cluster of artists from this era right here who are doing really great things that I feel like should get more recognition for the things that they're doing. And I feel like you're one of those people
I listen
because
to a lot of Spaid.
yeah, like I feel like your music is like this is how I go about judging music from first. Like for me, if you don't tap into me within your first 15 to 30 seconds of the songs, then I'm most likely gonna skip it.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite Spaid song?
My favorite Spade song.
What's the
is-
joint that like? What did you listen to and like made you be like, okay, like this nigga could really rap? That like made you like take it serious? Like, okay.
To be honest with you, it was the freestyles.
I appreciate
It
that.
was the
Nobody
freestyle.
really say shit like that because I be putting mad fuck. I got a freestyle out now, or not even out. I got a freestyle I'm trying to put out. They been blocking.
Yeah, like to
But
me,
rapping, I spent
to
time
me,
on
your
that
freestyles shows your versatility. It shows where your head is at. It shows where your heart is at. it shows your passion. It shows how serious you are, and it just shows your bars.
Yeah.
Like,
because a lot of times I tend to bounce around with what I do just because I get to record a lot. So I make different type of shit. So that fall for like my album music, shit like that. So once I get to the freestyle shit, it's like, all right,
you get to be you. Yeah, you get to be you.
It's almost like being on a feature type shit. Like,
actually, I was just listening. I was just watching the video for one today too.
Album Spaid is
damn, what was that shit? And this is when you shout out JQ in it as well too.
Make It Back.
Yes, Make It Back. I was listening to that. I'm one of them people. I like sentimental songs.
That was a dope single.
I like sentimental songs.
That first verse is all off the head too.
That's on Apple Music right now too.
Like when I was watching that, I pulled like another way I judge good music as well too. Like off my personal stuff is when I can literally go through what I'm going through and I can zone out, and your music relates to what I'm going through at the moment. Because sometimes you can listen to a song 50 times, but the moment you're going through exactly what that song is speaking of at that moment, that's when you hear it. Yeah. Like, hear it. You know where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the album me. I come with that type of gut wrenching shit that you're not supposed to talk about, the vulnerableness. Like,
and that's why I said your freestyle you is a different you, because when you freestyle, my nigga, like, it shows the artist you, it shows what you can, the bag that you can tap into. It shows that I can hop on this beat and I can be what this beat needs me to be. And best of all, your flow is easy on the ears. I don't like people where I have to try too hard to understand your words, or where the beat overpower the words. So like most of your songs, like I said, I like songs I can literally just zone out and I can hear it at the same time, because I don't like to sometimes I don't like being here. Sometimes I like to take the music where I'm going mentally. And if I can take that music where I'm going mentally, I can relate to it. I have a reason to go back and play it again when I'm not even in that mood again. So, and I like that you put out music like that.
If you could blend in too, like if I don't have to think about like what the fuck is this? That shit, yeah.
Good look,
yeah, like I said, it transitioned from me listening to like a J. Cole and like a Young Spaid come on, or like a Rozzy come on, or a Smooth come on, or a Cool Q come on. Like, I don't have to skip it.
And I got a joint with Rozzy too.
I fuck with Rozzy. Rozzy is one of my favorite artists from TT. Like, I love Rozzy, and not even just because I grew up with him. I love his cadence. I love his flow. I love. There's people that I fuck with, because when I've been doing this little entrepreneurship for a while, I came across a lot of people, and there's people that resonated to me. Like, we had Two Tails on here.
We was in the studio with Rozzy way, but
like even Two Tails was on here.
Cold.
You cold?
He high. I'm cold. He
wild. You ain't drinking. Come on, man. This shit is blowing up.
You can hit the button once. Hit the button on the top once. The round button. Yeah.
Nigga, you're not drinking. You don't know the.
Or you can stop it on you.
How you stop it?
The one to the left.
The one to your left,
but that one right there.
Give it some time.
There you go.
You can turn it back on in a few minutes, but damn.
It's all good. We're gonna wrap up. We're almost like 2 hours in. We're recording. Yeah, we're almost like 2 hours in, so we can like smoke another spliff and then we can just wrap it. We can actually have like some fun banter at this time, because I feel like we actually had a really good conversation. I feel like one of the purpose that we do this podcast.
Oh no, but nah. I said, would you rate him as one of like the top people out here, like as far as like?
So to answer that question, I would rate him as one of the top people I listen to from Connecticut.
Yeah,
because not a lot of Connecticut artists are in my playlist regularly.
And real shit, I wouldn't even put myself in that shit. That's not even no humble shit. I feel like I ain't do my work yet. No bullshit. Like the shit that I'm really.
Take my phone out.
Oh shit! It ain't recorded.
That one.
Alright, but we got like a lot of the shit though that I'm about to put out is really gonna solidify who the fuck I am. Like, no bullshit.
Okay.
What I've got out ain't even close to what is really the deal.
So with that being said, let's get into the layover then. Like, how is the layover gonna separate you and put you onto that pedestal?
The layover is
double disc.
Huh? Double disc, deluxe.
I was about to say, yeah. Talk about.
You know what I'm saying, nothing but boppers. You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk about the trailer real quick though. Cause we were talking about that before, right?
and you were saying that everything I really just came up with off the fly, and it seemed so real with me. Like,
That
it
shit was
seemed
not
like some shit
scripted, man.
niggas would do. Like,
No script.
it seemed like some shit. Like, if your boys plan to go do some shit, nigga, this is niggas coming out and shit. Yo, bro, I'm doing some shit right now. I'll be there in 5 minutes, nigga.
Word.
How did that transpire? Why did y'all decide to do that?
I don't know. Sometimes it's just listening to the music, trying to play with the track list and whatnot, moving them around. Niggas is just getting ideas for like commercial ideas and whatnot. And one of the ones was like how they used to do the ESPN joints. Like the Boost Mobile joints.
The way you out.
So those was like the inspiration for it. And that shit was just boring. We just kind of let everybody be themselves on camera and just clip everything up. We got more shit coming, like the behind the scenes for all of that too.
Yeah, I like that. I like shit like that.
Coming. I ain't think people was gonna like
so
that.
That shit's
shit.
fire.
I didn't know.
Fire.
I thought people was gonna say the shit was corny.
Nigga, I told you, every time I think of that shit, I think about the Honda in the background with this nigga asking for an Uber. I can't help it. I can't help it. That stands out to me.
It was somebody else's car.
I know that would make sense, but I'm like, why didn't you call that nigga to like come give you a ride?
For real.
I just,
We
it
had
was
fun
real.
doing that
It
shit,
was
though.
put together. The quality was amazing.
That was dope.
It was very cinematic in a sense, and to be honest with you, it was relatable. Like I said, it was very relatable. So
we got a film in the works right now.
So are you creating like a movie type thing for the layover too?
Nah, not for the labels.
The film is just like a separate thing that we doing, but we definitely like we got something that's just like a sample of like, you know,
What's
like
coming?
what we got in the
Yeah,
works.
we didn't know people were actually.
Little
So
tester.
it's been doing big numbers.
Little tester, you know.
It ain't even doing big numbers. I think I'm getting
This
more
nigga's too
reactions.
humble, yo. This thing is too fucking
No, because I know
humble.
for a fact I know the numbers. It's
I know
not
you know
doing-
the numbers.
I know the exact numbers. You feel me? Trust me, I'm on it. It's not no big numbers or nothing like that.
But you
I've
know
been
the
getting
numbers.
more reactions than usual about this shit, and I know it don't even got no music on it. So if people was reacting like this for just us talking and us being us,
I wanted more already. To be honest with you, I want
and
more.
it's more.
That's what it's
I
supposed
want to. Yeah,
There's
I
no
want
music
more.
videos.
That's what
out
I
yet.
want to see a
That's what it's
story.
supposed
That's
to
what I'm
do.
saying.
But to be real, because of that, I went back and watched your older shit because I wanted more.
Mm-hmm. That's when that
Word.
back catalog come into
Appreciate
play.
it.
That's what
man.
it do. Just because you want more, you just want more of that artist.
Keep your masters. No
So you go back
360.
and watch even older shit. That's because it's new to you at that time.
Yeah.
So I went back and watched another one I was watching, Tricky. I was watching that as well too.
Yeah, that was like a first little tester sample to see, like,
Mhm.
all right, can we keep going with this like movie theatric type look? Then I seen it, and I felt like it was too serious.
That
So
was
I
me
felt
that
that's
strangled
what kind of
at the end.
at the end, and that's what kind of made me feel like we need more us in it, like the comedic vibe, the real relatable type shit.
It shows your
So it's
personality
kinda-
outside of the music.
Word.
It shows who you are. Because to me, that's why we do this podcast. And
Yeah.
honestly, to be real, this is the first time I actually came with questions, bro. To be real, my nigga.
Word.
Like, this is the first time I
Yeah,
came
we don't.
with questions.
Usually, I'm honestly, I was gonna give him,
Shit.
tell him after this episode. I'm like, damn, you was killing him with the questions today.
Okay.
We usually.
I did my work. I did my research for this one.
Hell,
I did
yeah.
my thing for this
I don't
one.
know who you asked. But they getting choked after this interview.
Oh, the questions would have been different if I was actually asked if I had to, because I've been working a lot lately. It's hard balancing like your entrepreneur life, then your like your work life, and then like the life you're
Yeah,
trying to
bro.
be. It's hard balancing that shit.
That
my
shit
nigga.
is like what can I say? I can't say it's like being a parent. It's what I can imagine. Being
can
a
tell you
parent
about
would
it.
Be like,
He got 3 kids.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
He ain't
You
even
gotta put
30
on-
yet. He got 3 kids.
Salute, Playboy. You
I
better
don't miss,
than me,
bro. I
my
don't miss.
nigga.
Team shoot the club up.
Right.
damn.
You
Yeah, he
wild.
just had his third daughter.
How old you
Not
is,
third,
my
though.
G?
27, I think.
27.
Isn't he 28 now?
Nah, I'm in 28.
Yeah, because I'm 29. You're a year
I might
behind
be
me.
30 next year.
Shit, man.
You know, I don't miss, bro. It's alright.
I got kids through him.
When you was born, 93?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you the same
Yeah.
age as me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's coming.
I just turned
Yeah.
29. I still got no
Alright.
kids.
It's coming.
I still pull out strong. What are you talking about?
It's cool. Though.
Shit, even with a condom, I pull out.
Yeah.
Listen.
Come out of the crib with a condom.
Uh,
Meaning no strap.
We
Ain't
give
no
him-
back to back and ain't no without it.
We giving them cream pies.
Yeah.
How many songs is the
Roman
layover?
swipes.
How many songs on the layover?
Yeah.
How much tracks you got on there? For
I can say it now
Like
because
28.
yeah, like
It's all set now?
29.
28?
29.
But that's
That's
included.
it's
That's
two
included in
discs,
the do this, right?
Yeah.
So how much is on each?
One is 14 and one is 17.
Okay.
That's 31.
I was
Bro.
gonna say that
No, you know why? The skits and shit.
That's gonna be a meme.
one.
That's gonna be a meme.
Is it 14 and 14?
Skit team.
I gotta put this out like tomorrow now, just to find this one part.
Just know it's
That was
like
funny as
it's
hell.
like 30. It's like 30 songs.
Well,
Yeah.
what Steve Harvey say? You gonna be on YouTube.
You're not gonna get this type of quality nowhere else.
Did you how much of the music? How much of the album did you produce yourself?
Like 5%. Like I'll
Good
probably say
number.
like 5-10%.
Shout out some of the producers on there right now. Give me like some of the favorite people, some of the favorite people. Not even just producers, including features. Some of the favorite people that you had a really good.
Shout out him.
Not to knock anybody else, but shout out some of the people that was just stood out with you working with on the project.
Okay, for producers, let me shout out Henry Sinkay. That's just off top. Can't think of any other producers right now.
How much songs
the
you got?
features, for the features, shout out to No Perk. Shout out to Miles Mega, MILEX Mega.
Shout out my boy Miles.
Shout out we got Rock Loren on there. Shout out Reza. Shout out Marlo, Sky Breezer, Mariah Rain, Young Mels, Future X.
Shout out Future X.
What am I missing?
Got a lot of features, man.
I was about to say, it's alright.
I mean, with 28 songs, it's hard. Yeah, I could get why you're missing
Oh,
a few people.
Jada Kid. Yeah, man, we got a few few newcomers people probably not
Predominantly
familiar
860?
with, but
Predominantly
people you gonna be
860?
seeing. Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm working with all people that just want to work. I'm not picky. I'm not with the popular. I'm not with the politics. You want to work. You got the ethic. I'm going to do something with you. You feel me? I'm not charging for no features and none of that shit. Yo, come on with this shit, man. You gotta stop doing that, bro. It's not.
Boy said I'm gonna do something.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've been so drunk half the time I don't even know what you're pausing no more.
I haven't even been hearing it no more, yo. At first I heard it, but now I'm like, what the fuck? It's like when they call foul on you.
It's like, what?
I didn't
I even do nothing. I was here the whole time. What were we talking about? Nigga paused the whole everything. He paused everything.
Pause the conversation.
Time out.
Flag on the play real quick.
Empty, all of that shit.
Oh, we was talking about the people we shouting out as well too. So
yeah.
So we can move on.
Features.
Yeah, so we can move on and say
yeah, bro.
some songs. What songs like are really close to you on there? Like songs that have like true meaning to you.
Yeah, that's a hard question because most of these shits is really boppers. This is like
No, not even
the shits
boppers.
that
I'm talking
you-
about shit. Like I
No,
said, I
I'm
like
saying-
sentimental. Like what things
Alright.
is like that. All right, what are the more personal songs on there? Some songs that's more relatable
I got
to
you.
you.
I got you. That's Why You Mad. What's the name of the one I just added?
That last one you just
Yeah,
played.
the one I just fucking played. Damn.
I don't know. You could say
Well, That's Why You Mad. That shit is like personal as hell because it's like it got the auto tune vibe. You feel me? Like it's that. You said you like the sentimental shit. Like that one, you drive fast, you mad as fuck.
All right.
That's gonna turn you up.
I'm always mad
It's
as
gonna
fuck.
get you right. You feel me? It's not like it's not gonna make you want to do bad shit.
No, I don't.
It's gonna
I don't get
turn
that mad.
energy into something.
I don't.
good.
Yeah, I'm not that mad.
You
I
feel
just
me?
like being mad sometimes just to be mad.
These is like real shit. No, listen. I'll tell you when the perfect times you play the layover too. Taking a trip, you about to go out, you about to go to work,
play it.
about to
Okay.
go to the gym, about to play ball,
gotta
shit
get up.
like that.
That's
when
when
you
it's
want to
like-
get active.
You better get hype. You better
This
move.
is
do some
not
blood
that
flow.
spade where you gotta sit and think and you being sad and you reflecting on all of the bad shit you doing, and this is not that spade. This is the upper shit. The
You on
why-
some movement shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm glad you actually answered that question.
And that's why I'm trying to be more open more in like the trailer and all of that shit. Like it's just showing more of a different side. Like that's the whole thesis of all of this.
To me, it makes it easier to listen to you as an artist if you know as your person.
Yeah.
Like Qual knows, like my favorite artist is J. Cole.
Yeah, bro. And I don't necessarily like sticking to one situation. I like letting you choose that. You feel me? And that's why it's so much on you. It's like fucking.
But that's what makes you more than an artist. It makes you a creator.
Yeah.
You know,
I say that more so.
Yeah, because it just, to me, like, there's people who can make art, you know, but there's people who literally are just meant to just create, my nigga. Like, if you're not making music, you're making beats. So you find some way to channel your way to bring something to life.
Regardless of what.
Regardless of what it is. So you're somebody who just find a need to just create something just because you have an idea and it motivates you to bring something out.
Yeah, bro.
And you never know what that's going to spark in somebody else.
Do you find it difficult to try to switch between being producer and artist? Like, do you have one that is primary focus for you?
As I got older, it started becoming like a real strange process. Like if I'm making beats, I'll be making beats for like 2 months and not rapping, and then I'll start rapping and not making beats like for like 5 months. It's like an on and off process now. But I think it's because when I was younger, I was just more able to process multitasking. No bullshit. Like I was recording niggas all day and making. I
don't believe in multitasking. I think it's a myth.
How? No, that is a skill, bro.
I think it's a myth.
You see LeBron James out there doing all of that shit?
He's a better rapper.
You know what multitasking
He's
is?
a great producer.
Multitasking is just successfully transitioning from one task to another in a simultaneous manner.
Yeah.
That's what multitasking is, because logically speaking, the brain cannot focus on two things at once.
That's probably like your hidden talent for real. Like a lot of people probably don't know, like you produce and you actually good at it. You did the beat for Stashin', right?
No.
You didn't do that beat?
So you feel like he's underrated as a producer?
He's definitely underrated. Nah, because it's
that
just
was
like
instrumental,
a lot of people probably wouldn't know like a lot of the songs that like he produced. Like they'll probably think somebody else did it or he got it off YouTube, but that's probably like his hidden talent on the low, like producing, engineering.
So I'm gonna get more into that later on.
So have you ever found yourself rapping on a beat that you made that you end up giving to somebody or selling to somebody?
No, because usually the ones I'm rapping on, nobody even
get to hear them.
You turn that shit back on?
Are you selfish with your beats?
It's only aiming on me. It never went off.
It's all good. I'm asking this last question though. What was the question again? Damn, I don't even remember.
I'm not supposed to know what your question was.
I don't know, nigga. Shit. Everybody said we're a great fucking personality.
You was asking him about the producing and stuff.
Honestly, I'm lit and I just mixed.
Yeah, bro, niggas in here sauce.
Yeah, I'm mixed. I'm lit. That's fun.
Yeah, the producing's definitely his hidden talent though.
Is there anything else you wanna like give in terms of what the layover is gonna bring? Like, why should we go hit download? Why should we hit download?
Brand new vibes, man. Brand new box. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that we had tucked in for a while.
Quality.
Or
what's the damn, how can I ask this right?
Nobody's rapping at this level right now.
What song do you have on there that was written the longest ago? If that makes sense.
I can't even answer that one.
Because you know most people that when they drop an album, they'll drop a song that they've written probably years ago. That do you have songs that you written years ago that still holds weight up to this day that you had to put it on the album?
Yeah. I got why 2 tapes?
We had enough.
Oh, frustrated?
Yeah. We had enough.
Frustration and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically you coming back with that.
Yeah. And yo, I gotta piss. Real shit. We gotta wrap this up.
Hey, I got you. All right, man. So thank you for coming through, man. And
all right, well, let them know we ready to find you
at least.
Young Spaid everywhere. YOUNGSPAID. We already know.
All right, man. So check out the layover 2 That's if you're listening to this, even after the 17th, it's already been
17th is coming for 17/22.
You want to go to the bathroom now?
Yeah.
Hold on, man.
Listen, if you listening at home and watching it on your screens, go follow We the Whiskey Podcast at We the Whiskey on IG.
I'm one no perk everywhere. The Spade has exited the building, but
Go follow
the mixtape is crazy. It's almost 30 songs. Fire, Reza, Marlon, Miles, Future, crazy features. It's just crazy. Nobody's rapping at the level of Spade.
Listen, go